What's up, guys, and welcome back. Today, I wanted to talk about Final Fantasy. I am a huge Magic lover. I love Magic. I love Pokemon. Yu-Gi-Oh is definitely my third favorite. May not appear like that, but it definitely is. It's like the redheaded stepchild, I guess you could say. Um, but Pokemon is definitely my first love, and then you got Magic, which I learned much later in life. And this set, I don't know. I think most people have grown up watching playing Final Fantasy. Um, whether it be Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 10. I think those are the two big ones in my opinion because I grew up playing Final Fantasy 10. And you got the new generation playing the Final Fantasy 7 remake, which is honestly a super solid game. I love that game too. So I think there's a nostalgia factor, and it's also a global factor. I mean, who hasn't? If you owned any kind of PlayStation in the 90s or 2000s, you probably played Final Fantasy. Um, so I think it's one of those things where we want it for the nostalgia factor. We want it for the because it's Final Fantasy because it's just such a well-known name. Um, I definitely think this is going to be one of the biggest sets Magic has ever seen because it's so widely known globally. Unlike Lord of the Rings, for example, that's also massive. But in my opinion, I think Final Fantasy is more well known, and I feel as of now, my stance would be this is probably will be the biggest set ever. I think they did a pretty solid job. Um, Not incorporating too many serialized cards. I think the 77 gold chocobos is a great idea because I think when you over indulge in the serialization of cards, it kind of waters it down and doesn't make it as good. I know some people were upset that they didn't add more. They could have definitely done more. I think something they could have done. I've heard, you know, one serialized card per Final Fantasy game. Just one, just the main character or something super important of that game. That could be the serialized card. I think that would have been pretty cool too. But I'm not mad. I think the chocobos, all the different chocobos are pretty cool. Um, I like the gold chocobo 77. Solid number. If someone's lucky enough to pull them, then you already. Let me see. And I'm spelling it wrong. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Because I wanted to let's look at the bounty. I know I've seen multiple bounties. Here's one right here. Yeah, 22K. That's insane to me. That's insane. Some Canadian stores offering 22,000. Yeah, definitely you get premium. So if you get 1, 7, 77, I think these. Well, I don't think 69. But I think these three will definitely have huge buys. And I could have swore I saw something. I thought I could have swore. Here we go, right here. A decent amount. I think more than four have been pulled so far. Because I thought I saw another one on Facebook. But I don't think we'll see all 77 be pulled. Um, just because I think like a lot of people got sit with sealed product. Yeah, we got one over here. But would I sell it immediately? Probably not. Um, let's see what this is. That's funny. Honestly, if you get what number is this? This is can't even see that. 41. If you get 7 or 77 or 1, you probably could sell for 100K, which is insane for a card. It's not going to be no one ring, but pulling that card will definitely be um life changing. Yeah, definitely. But I also want to get back into this because this. I don't know the prices for something like this. It's something we've never seen before. Um, in Magic, if people follow Magic, we have collector boxes, which essentially are they print a set number amount and that's it. They're not going to reprint it. They print whatever the allocation is or whatever they're printing that amount and that's it. And they send those off. They're not going to reprint it, so like the box says, it's you collect them, and hopefully they go up in value. So I think retail for this was like MSRP was like 4 or 5 something. But we've seen just like insane, like I just checked this morning. It was I think there was like 7 or 8 boxes, and it was like 820 ish. Let's see. So today's the 12th. Yeah, look at that. So I don't know who did that, but 7.99. This is all today because tomorrow's the release. So I think just people are buying in anticipation for the release, but the price is just skyrocketing. Now it's at selling for 850. Um, that's insane. That's crazy to me. I just don't think anything like this have ever seen. Maybe for the Lord of the Rings, but after that One Ring was pulled, it definitely did go down for a little bit, but it did come back because I just think so many people ripped them to get the One Ring. It just really ruined, not ruined the stock, but it it made it so there wasn't that many left. That's my reason for the bounce back for that and why it's so. I think it's like $1,000 a box now. Um, but yeah, I think this is a great. I think this is a great buy. Um, I think let's. I would probably buy it now, or maybe wait till tomorrow. It might drop a little bit tomorrow, but I don't know because this is weird. Because I think a lot of people are just going to be cracking it to look for that chocobo, whether it be the gold chocobo, the Japanese black chocobo, which is in all sets, all collector sets, English as well. So, and that the black one, I think there's some bounties going around for that as well for like 10K. Because essentially it would be gold chocobo, and then the next rarest would be the black chocobo, which you'll probably get a couple grand for easy. I think it'd be easy like 4 to 5 grand for the black chocobo. I think these will go down. I think these are pretty high. Um, I definitely don't foresee this sticking at this price. Like, have any actually sold? You have 2 sold, yeah. I just, oh, that's crazy. You can buy one for, wow. Would I ask for my money back if I was one of those people? I don't know. That's kind of what you get for buying it so early. Um, but that's immediately almost a 50% loss you just took, which is crazy for buying at 1700. Like I think these will even out. Um, I think it depends. I don't know the rarity per the colors, so I don't know if the ink green or um, the pink or the blue. I don't know if they're all kind of the same pool, like same allocation amount, or there's more of one than the other. But I think these will probably be around like $700 would be just a guesstimate. I think we'll know a lot more come release day tomorrow, and I'll probably release this tomorrow as well, just because it's a release day. So yeah, I definitely think the price might shoot down a little bit, but I think in 6 months this will be easy $1,000 a box. Um, Probably even smarter to buy a sealed, but I mean super expensive. Um, Picking these up would definitely be smart because these are just like flying off the shelf. None have sold today, surprisingly, but 4,800, 4,900 is probably where it's at. Yeah, 44,888. Yep, yep, yep. But I can't. I can only imagine that's gonna go up. But with like a set like this, I don't understand buying a single box because if I open the case and then I pull the chocobo, I I I don't. I think it's just easier than you sell. It's kind of scummy, but that's how I would think, and that's why it's like kind of sucks to buy a single box versus a case. A case you can actually probably pull a chocobo out of it. Maybe there's one chocobo per case. I don't know. Um, but I do think if someone opened a case and the first box they pulled a black chocobo or neon green, just based off the rates, I don't think you'll get a second one in that box. So at that point, you just dump it. Like I know it's scummy, but at the end of the day, I think that's how it's going to operate. Just my thoughts. Like these are, I don't know. I think these are all. I know they're search foils and everything, but I know they're all just going to plummet. Um, like this is not a $300 card. There's no way. This is not a yeah. Like these will definitely drop 50% guaranteed. Because I just like I said, the problem is it's going to be the search foils are specific to collector boxes, and I think due to the fact people want the chocobo, the gold chocobo to be specific, or the black one, or any of the neon ones, people are going to be ripping these open. So we're going to just see a huge surplus of all these cards. So they're all going to plummet by, I think, a decent amount. Um, like I wouldn't be surprised if none of these are even $100 cards, just because of the amount we'll see. But that's kind of my guess, and come from what I've seen, like with pre-release, pre-sale, and then it actually releases. But this is definitely a special set. Like I think this is probably going to be the biggest set. I know. I think Spider-Man is going to be another massive set. I think that really depends on the art and the cart and the serialization they do. But I also think Avatar would probably be a close second to this set, Final Fantasy, as being the biggest because Avatar is just so good, and I feel like there's a lot they can do, especially with serialization of the cards. But if you're looking to buy these cards, I wouldn't buy singles. I buy the collector boosters. I think they're going to spike up. I think it's a great buy. I've gotten some collectors boxes, more specifically the cases, because I just think over time they'll just be a great buy. And I'll probably check back in on this maybe 2 weeks after release. I'll definitely make another video because I really want to. I just think this is so crazy. I don't know where the price is going to go. I do think it'll go up though, which is weird to say, especially for something that's a pre-sale. But that's kind of my guess. But yeah, that's all I've talked about in this video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, give me your thoughts, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.